morning everyone, to day 6 of exploring Iceland. We are almost close to finishing the ring road, which is amazing. So it took us basically 6 days to finish the ring road, and we were a bit in a hurry, but we did everything that we wanted to do. There would have been more things to do, like going inside the cities and exploring the cities, but we saw all the main attractions and some of the smaller attractions as well that I found that are not that popular. Also, we are now going to Hraunfossar and Barnafoss, which are pretty close to Reykjavík, I think 100 kilometers away. And from here we will go to a peninsula that is more to the north of Reykjavík. That one is very famous. There are a lot of attractions around there, and I hope we will have time for everything that I mentioned today, because we woke up very late. We woke up at 9:30 almost, because we stayed up until 1 a.m. to see the aurora. We watched it for almost 2 hours. It was so beautiful, and the chances were pretty slim, honestly, but the sky was 100% clear. There were no clouds, so we were very lucky, and I was so happy. So as I've already told you, the first stop is Hraunfossar. I'm sorry if I'm spelling it wrong, but anyways, as always, I am filming this information board. Feel free to pause this video in order to read it and to understand more of the landscape you are seeing right now on the screen. It was snowing pretty heavily and the weather changed so much in these 5 days. Anyways, look at this beautiful waterfall. There is a huge series of small waterfalls all around here. I don't know if during rainy or snowy times there are more waterfalls or not. Anyways, this is 100% worth stopping and visiting, especially because you can also get to see the Barnafoss waterfall from the same parking as you will very soon see. And feel free to pause again this video to read about the Barnafoss waterfall and the sad story of 2 children that went missing here, and about the arch that was destroyed. Anyways, I was talking about the weather, and when we first got to Iceland just 6 days ago, it was sunny and there was no snow, and now it is snowing so heavily. The roads were covered with snow, and you can see even the rocks were fully covered with snow. So be aware of that when coming to Iceland and you are not traveling during summertime. The weather can change really fast, so you always need to check the official website with the road conditions just to make sure you are driving safely and to see which roads are closed, because just 1 week after I was filming this, there were a lot of roads closed all around because of the snow, because of the ice, so be aware of that. Anyways, during this video, unlike the other ones that I did in Iceland, I was not filming myself a lot while talking, so I will just talk right now, giving you a lot of details and advice about Iceland and the ring road. And after visiting these 2 waterfalls, we went to the famous mountain that is called Kirkjufell. I'm not sure if it's spelled like this, but this is a Game of Thrones obvious filming location. This is the place that shows up in Google Images when you search for Iceland in a lot of pictures, and it's basically one of the most iconic mountains in Iceland. Be aware that it is dangerous to climb on it. You can read more about it on the information board that I was showing you earlier, and you don't really have a lot of things to do here. There is just one place where you stop your car and you admire the beautiful surroundings, so just take your camera, take some photos, enjoy the view, and then keep going, because this peninsula has so much more to offer than just this mountain. For example, this beach, Djúpalónssandur. Oh my god, these names are so difficult to spell, but anyways, this beach surprised me so much, because on our way to the beach you will soon see that the landscape changes so much and we will be surrounded by huge rocks, and I was not expecting that. I was just expecting to see a very nice black sand beach, but this place has so much more to offer, and it starts with a muddy trail that is not that bad. It is pretty well maintained, and you can see all around us it looks like another planet. And then the path starts to be made out of stone, which makes it easier to walk on, but if there is snow or ice on the path, it can be really slippery, so make sure you also get crampons if you're not traveling during summertime. And right now you can see the beautiful view we were seeing in front of us while walking, and this did not seem real. This looked like straight out of a movie. And at this beach you can read a sad story about a ship, and you can also find some of the original pieces that are still scattered all around the beach. As you can see, I am filming them right now, and it is pretty weird and sad to see this, but it's also pretty interesting that they are still in the same place as they were in the past. Anyways guys, if you enjoyed this video so far and if you find it useful or interesting, please don't forget to like it and also to subscribe. And you can also check my other videos from Iceland. I have so many places filmed and so many vlogs from Iceland, from all over the ring road, so many tips, from waterfalls to black sand beaches to geothermal areas that you don't have to miss. Anyways, right now you can see a very beautiful viewpoint here. It's called Arnarstapi. This entire area was super pretty. You could walk. There was a very well maintained path, and you can walk, I think, even for half an hour or 1 hour around here. As you go farther and farther away from the parking, there are multiple viewpoints. You can spend there easily like even 2 hours. The next stop was Rauðfeldsgjá Gorge, again with these incredible names. We climbed, I think, for 15 to 20 minutes up to the entrance, and at this entrance we were not able to go any further because it was full of ice and you needed crampons, and we were also hearing some small rocks falling down, so it did not feel safe. But the views around here were among the best in Iceland, honestly, and we were alone, which was incredible. Next, on this peninsula, we visited the famous black church, which is called Búðakirkja Church or something like this. If you are from Iceland, I apologize for my bad pronunciation. And again, even here we were the only ones, surprisingly. It was so peaceful here. We were not able to go inside the church, but it was still really nice to see it from the outside. And finally, the last stop of the day was a place where we hoped to see seals. It's called Ytri Tunga, and it's really famous for seal sightings, but sadly we did not see any. Here the parking is paid, so we basically paid the parking just to see a beach with rocks, but at least we got to read a lot of interesting information about the seals, so feel free to pause in order to read. We kind of saw something in the water. As you can see, I was filming it, but I'm not sure if it was like a seal because it was not really moving. So you can let me know down below in the comments what you think about it. Today is day number 7. I am dressed up like this because I am starting to be a bit sick with the cold or something, so I'm dressing up even better than before. We're visiting the Þórufoss waterfall right now, and we are going up to the national park, which is also part of the Golden Circle, the part that we didn't see. And then we are done. We finished the ring road and the Golden Circle in less than 7 days, I would say. Let's say 6.5 days. We didn't really rush it, but we didn't relax very much. Like, we were always on the move, and we did not sleep a lot, and we didn't stop for restaurants and things like that. So we are literally crossing a river right now on snow. A bit scary. Anyways, there is free parking here in the waterfall, and you have to walk here on rocks and cross a river. Apparently the weather is pretty good. I'm reminding you that this is the middle of March, but every year it could be different, so just pay attention, look online. You may get lucky, you may get unlucky. Some roads could be closed. I think some roads could be closed even in May, so the only way to be 100% safe with the weather is to travel during July and August, I guess, but it's crowded, and I mean, every part of the year is special in Iceland, so I would suggest you to travel in 2 different seasons if you can, if you're able to. So this place, other than being a very famous filming location for Game of Thrones, it's a really incredible place because it's one of the few places in the world where you can literally walk between 2 tectonic plates, and that is so unique and special. It's amazing. And anyways, if you haven't watched my videos, I want to tell you that we started our 7 day road trip around Iceland with the first half of the Golden Circle, and now we are finishing with the rest of the places that we haven't seen. And after walking between the tectonic plates, we found this beautiful waterfall, which is one of the most famous waterfalls in Iceland for some reason, just because it's on the Golden Circle. After that, we explored the capital a little bit for a few hours, and we got some hot dogs, which are very famous. We got some pastries, which again, they are really known in Reykjavik. And then we went to the Rainbow Road, and obviously we also explored a cathedral, which was incredibly impressive, and I really recommend you to also spend a few hours in Reykjavik. It's really worth it. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like it and also subscribe. I would really appreciate that. And if you want to see my other videos from Iceland, make sure you check the link down below in the comments with the entire playlist from Iceland. And see you in the next videos from Portugal.